Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy is a video game developed by, you guessed it, Bennett Foddy. It's a basic platformer with a basic premise. You start at the bottom of the mountain, and you climb to the top of the mountain. To do this, you use your mouse to control a hammer and pull yourself up. Its release in 2017 saw a massive success with the online community being played by massive streamers and YouTubers due to its ability to make the player rage. And if there's one thing the internet likes, it's people screaming and throwing tantrums. So, how is this game in any way related to Zen whatsoever? Well, let's go over a few basics of the game first. Getting Over It is by no means a revolutionary game in the way it's designed. It is similar to an arcade game where you do the same thing over and over again until you beat your best score, which is marked by the time it took to complete. A big departure from most modern games is that there are no checkpoints and no levels. Getting Over It is one massive map. Everything is connected to everything. Bennett starts with a warning about this, saying that,
"Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always, even your mistakes."
this is where the rage comes from. If you fall, you really fall. This isn't a video game where if you fall, you can just reset and try again with no consequences. Instead, you have to deal with your actions. There are no enemies in the game other than yourself. This eliminates the player's ability to be able to blame any fault on any outside influence. Everything you do is done by you. You cannot separate yourself from what happens to you. By having this game design, you are forced to accept that you cannot be considered separate from the game, just how in life everything is connected. By eliminating one's ego and seeing yourself as part of an interconnected, beautiful, complicated dance with everything around you, you find yourself responsible for everything that happens. Your slightest of actions are connected to everything, everywhere. You are not an individual. You're responsible for the world and keeping it in balance just as much as the galaxy we live in. You are the galaxy we live in. You have always been a part of this universe and always will be, for nothing can be destroyed nor created. In turn, by having everything you do be only at the hands of yourself, every time you improve, you know it is you getting better, not just luck. The controls in Getting Over It are infuriating, to say the least. It feels clunky and uncoordinated. You feel as if you're learning to walk all over again. You fall down from the most basic things. If you move your mouse slightly too far after pulling yourself up, you hit a wall and send yourself back significantly far. Those 3 hours you just spent getting to the point where you are now have all gone to waste, supposedly. This gives you 2 options to choose from. 1, go away for a bit and gather yourself before attempting again. Or 2, learn to accept things as they happen and be calm when facing adversity. Alright, so, Zen. Although I've already briefly spoken about how the game forces you to accept yourself as one with everything, this is where most of the connections with Zen come in. So, the game accepts you to take responsibility for everything that happens by eliminating chance. The beauty of this game is that if you rage and get angered at the game, you are likely to handle the mouse with anger, using rigid and careless motions. When you make a slight mistake, you get angry, then you send yourself back even further, losing more progress than if you had done nothing. That's the beauty of this game. The more you resist the acceptance of your mistake, the more angry you get, the worse off you are. Getting Over It forces the player to learn how to be at peace with the mistakes, and accepting them in a calm manner to progress. When a player learns to accept their mistakes, they get better. It also teaches the player to accept these failures as good. When a player falls, sure, they go back, but it also gives them the opportunity to get up off their feet and try again, slowly improving every time they go at it. Bennett decided to make a very odd and seemingly pointless decision that a player can choose towards the end of the map. There's a snake towards the end of it, which lets you go back to the very start. Bennett Foddy has come out and said that this is actually the true ending of the game, not getting to the very top. Going down the snake, repeating everything, having no ending. This is just like life. There's no definite ending or end goal. We just keep going around and around and around in a circle, never stopping at one point. There is no goal. We are never the same person. We cannot step in the same river even once. This game is a miracle that everybody passes off as that one rage game. This is far from a rage game. Bennett Foddy has given people a way of practicing the ideas of Zen without knowing it. It teaches the player not to worry about making mistakes and losing progress, because it is all part of the game of life, and that when you are presented with something that makes you feel angry, annoyed, or upset, just let it happen. The more you resist it, the worse off you'll be. You cannot be separated from the good and the bad of life because you are one with everything, so don't try to. So, this is it. This is the end. To finally come full circle, huh? Back to writing a video presentation about a video game. This time, hopefully, not doing ASMR. Even the tryhards that often killed friendly plays joined in the fun of dancing. Recently, I've been struggling with some problems in life, and I found myself always going back to this game when I was stressed. Funny, huh? Going to a rage game for stress. Then I realized why. It was a perfect embodiment of being at peace. I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling at this point. I've wanted to make this video for a couple months now, and I thought, what better time to finish it than now? It just so happens that by delaying the production of it because I was too unmotivated due to some unfortunate circumstances in life, that it has allowed me to release it not only as a passion project, but also a uni project. Maybe, just maybe, being unmotivated wasn't an unfortunate mistake. It was just